Oh, here we are, Steve Andrews and Jeanne L. Thompson, and we are live. It is just before 7. So, if anyone is on right now watching, please comment. And we know we're live because it says live up there, Steve, see?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
It says live. So this is our third one. And, Steve Andrews, the Bard of Ely.
That is me. Here I am.
Yes.
Hello, everyone.
And, hey, would you go and just flip that overhead light on so we get more light on your face over on the right-hand side there?
This one?
Yeah.
The right hand?
No, the next one.
That one.
Next one. Not that one, the next one. Yeah.
That one.
Perfect. Here we are. I think that's better. Yeah? Yes, it is.
Yep.
Here we go. Okay. So, I'd like to start this live out by talking about the 3-3 portal. And for any of you that don't know what a portal is, it means that there is an incredible change of energy. It's almost like sometimes when you're traveling, down the road. I know when I go to the big city and when I'm driving back home, we reach a certain point and we just go through this energy shift, right? And you can almost like feel it. It's just like, oh, okay. Not as much 5G, not as much, we've got the woods around us and stuff like that. And that's why it's really important, I feel, to get in touch with the earth. We in Portugal, I'm visiting Steve here in Portugal, and we have a live wire on. Please comment. But I'm visiting Steve here in Portugal, and we go for a walk through the woods every day.
Every day.
Every single day. And Steve is also a botanist, and so I knew a lot about plants, but it's really interesting to go for a walk with Steve because when the shite hits the fan, he can keep himself alive just by what is growing.
Edible plants, which are
edible plants
growing just about everywhere.
Yeah, but most people would just like walk over them, right? So that's really amazing. Thank you, whoever you are. We don't know yet, but anyway, just keep coming. But anyway, getting back to this, it's actually a full blood moon in the sign of Virgo. So that on the 3rd of March, so the 3rd month and the 3rd day. Now, me being a numerologist as well as a singer-songwriter and psychic medium, I study the numbers all the time. And 3-3 is a master number. And what that means, people, is that more is being expected of us. More is expected of us at this time. It's okay, to get on your media and watch what they tell you is going on. But, this stuff started happening back in 1941, and I'm not going to say any more about that. But the way that we can combat that is going out in Mother Nature and thanking the Mother for allowing us to be on the planet. Okay? And eclipses and full moons are always really, really powerful times to energize what it is that we do want instead of what we don't. How many times have you heard somebody say, I don't want this?
Many times.
Many times. Well, don't want is a double negative. So basically, in my opinion, you're taking the mouse and you're pressing the delete button because it's like the universe is saying, oh, they don't want that. Okay, well, we'll just give them what they don't want because it comes from this place of lack and fear. So you don't go into the restaurant and order what you don't want. Do you see? If you say, I like this, I like that, I like this, and I like that. Not, I don't want eggs over easy. I don't want brown toast, right? And so just remember those two little words, don't want, kick them out of your vocabulary and order from the universe what you'd like. I just turned 69. It's taken me quite a few years, probably 63 or 64 of them, to figure out that I am a genie. And in order to be a genie, everybody can be a genie. But the thing is if you don't ask, you don't get.
You don't get.
And if you're not ready to receive, you don't receive. And if you don't believe in miracles, they don't happen. That's as simple as that. So I'd like to start off with a little bit of a love song, because I don't usually sing those. It's Steve that sings all the love songs. But anyway, this is called A Cabin, Some Roses, and You. White roses, particularly white, because they represent peace in my mind. I've written lots of poetry about roses. So yeah, so the next song I'd like to sing is a song where I got actually really triggered, okay? And it's about money. Okay, and in numerology, love and money vibrate to the same number. Did you know that, Steve?
I didn't know that, no.
Okay, so just in your head, a little bit of brain gym. I'm doing this all the time, but if you take the vowels in love, O and E, so O vibrates to the number 6, and E vibrates to the number 5. And if you add 6 and 5 up, you get 11. And that is a master number. But it's a 65 over 11. So it means that you have assistance from the higher powers. Now, in the word love, if you do the consonants, the L vibrates to the number 3. V vibrates to the number 4. Okay? So 3 and 4 is 7, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
7 is the number of the mystic. The mystic doesn't know why they know what they know. They just know. They just know that if they trust and do the things that they love to do, then the money will come, right? So the whole number, you've got a master number 11 on the top, and then you've got a 7. So in numerology, I'd write that 27 over 9. Well, isn't that interesting? Because 27 vibrates to the dragonfly, and it vibrates to the lifting the veils of illusion about the material world and about trust. Okay, it's a 27 over 9. Okay, let's take the word money, for example. Now, oh my goodness, you've got an O and you've got an E in the word money, do you not? Okay, so you've got the same 65 over 11, master number 11. Okay, on the bottom, you have an M, that's a 4. And then you've got an N, that's 5. So 4 and 5 is 9. There won't be a test on this, people, but it's really interesting. Okay, so 4 and 5 for the N is 9. And then you've got a Y. So Y vibrates to the number 7. Y, 7. What's it all about, Alfie? Okay, so now let's add those up. You've got 9 and 7. Oh, you get the number 16. And 16 is the lightning-struck Tower of Babel in the tarot deck. Love has a 7. It's all about trust. 16 is, okay, you hoard your money, you don't share, you're nasty to people, you think you own people, and then something happens and you lose it all. And you don't know what you're going to do, because who are you without your freaking money? Okay? Who are you without your money? Well, you know what? You're just love. But if you just love money and you do things for money only and not love, then you're going to lose all your money. Yeah? And you're going to spend the rest of the time, the rest of your days, just sobbing about it. So here's my song called If It's All About the Money, Honey. It's all about the money, honey. Does love have a purpose too? Anyway, I find it funny. You think you can tell me what to do? Well, I ain't no twisted sister, no weird one that you despise. Anyway, I find it funny. You fear seeing you in my eyes. So run along and join the throng, living with their heads in the sand. I took love's outstretched hand, and I just got a song. Ain't love grand? If it's all about the money, honey, does love have a purpose too? Anyway, I find it funny. You think you can what to do. Everything you see in me is your shadow side. You're afraid to see, lurking there beyond the light. So you run from anything shining too bright. So run along and join the throng, living with your heads in the sand. I took love's outstretched hand, and I just got a song. Ain't love grand? If it's all about the money, honey, does love have a purpose too? Anyway, I find it funny. You think you can tell me what to do? 'Cause everything you think you have could be gone in the blink of an eye. The material world is transient, and you're living in a lie. So run along and join the throng, living with your heads in the sand. I took love's outstretched hand, and I just got a song. Ain't love grand? Yeah, I took love's outstretched hand, and I just got a song. Ain't love grand? That's right. Ain't love grand? And I've turned shit to sugar so many times. I got a couple of brothers on the other side of the road in the world just scratching their heads because they don't know how I do it. And I don't do it. I do what I love, and the universe supports me, and they will support you. And speaking of support, Steve, get your green mug in here. We will put our tip jar in the comments later if you feel so inclined. We've got books and CDs and all sorts of stuff to get out. So if you have a little bit of extra of those energy bits, please send them our way. And without further ado, I'm going to give you over to none other but the Bard of Ely, Steve Andrews. Please drop a comment or a heart. Okay.
Thank you, Jeanne. And indeed, here I am, Steve Andrews, the Bard of Ely, with my green beard and some songs. And I'm going to start out with a song. We've done 2 more of these online concerts, and I've done this song in both of them, and I've explained about this song called Superhero. I used to always start like my live sets with it, and I've found myself not doing so. In fact, I found myself like ending a set with it. But today I'm going back to how it once was. I'm going back to starting my musical performance with Superhero. And the reason I used to start my musical performance with this song is because I say, give us a yee-haw. And people tend to give me a yee-haw. And then other people give me a yee-haw. And everybody enjoys doing that. And everybody gets involved, and it becomes like a song for all of us. It's not just me. So here we are. This is Superhero. looking great, and I want you to be my mate. You're amazing, you're so fine, I want you, darling, to be mine. You take me up, you take me high, you make me feel like I can fly. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I want to be your superhero. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I want to be your superhero now. Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
Yes, give me a yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
Oh, I like it. You got the looks I'm looking for, baby. Did I say more? You are really petite, and I won't sweep you off your feet. If I love you and you love me, that's how it ought to be. You take me up, you take me high, you make me feel I can fly. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I want to be your superhero. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I want to be your superhero. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I want to be your superhero now. Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
Oh yes, yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
Oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I want to be your superhero. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I want to be your superhero now. Yeehaw.
There we go. Steve is a lot of people's superhero. He's Mother Earth's superhero too. He's a peace activist, and I tell you, I don't think I've ever walked through the woods. I always meditate when I walk through the woods, but I don't think I've ever walked through the woods the way Steve Andrews walks through the woods. So pretty soon, I think we might be getting, taken by aliens or something. I think we have already.
Well, I think it has been said, in fact, it has been said that I am one. C.J. Stone, Chris Stone actually says in one of his books, The Last of the Hippies, he says that Steve Andrews is an alien. And then he emphasizes that. He says, I'm not just saying that, he really is.
Yeah, I think
so there we are. I mean, it
too.
has been said about me. But
do you have another song you can play us? Oh, well, I know you have many songs, but what's the story about this next song?
Well, I'm gonna do a song now called "Living Book" that I haven't done for a while. So I've had to refresh, this song in my memory and playing and. Anyway, it's basically a song about, that I think that all of us are, in a way, living books because other people can read us. But unfortunately, like a lot of us put on masks and we hide who we really are, And so, like somebody who is a really trained person can really understand like human behavior and how the mind works and all this can maybe see through all that and they can see who you really are. But what it is really is it's a kind of a plea. I'm kind of saying like, if this world, was populated by people who were not putting on masks and not playing games and being like really who they are, and all of us, could trust in everybody else because we knew that everybody else was trustworthy and were telling the truth and were not hiding, then wow, what a world it would be, And I actually do think, speaking of aliens, I think that there are other worlds populated by ETs or aliens where that is the norm, where because they can all like read their minds because they're telepaths, then anybody who is telling an untruth, telling a lie, that they would be known about, instantly because everybody else could read their minds and they say, hey, you. So it's not on. Everybody is telling the truth. Just think what a world would be like if everybody was telling the truth. And all those politicians that we all think are liars, and often they are, right? Just think what it would be like if they were telling the truth. And if they made a promise, they kept their promise. Just think about that. And think about if you were reading a newspaper and you thought all that news in that newspaper was the truth. It wasn't some fake news. Just think about it. And think about the number of times in your own life that somebody has told you a truth. told you a lie rather, told you an untruth. Just think about, and so so many of us have become untrustworthy of our fellow human beings because there's so many lies being told on the planet. So wouldn't it be so wonderful, if we were all telling the truth, like all the time, everybody on the planet. And like for little children, I think they start out thinking that they can believe what they're told by the adults.
And they're just like cats too. They notice things. Like a lot of times I'll be walking down the street and they'll point at me and they'll smile. Okay, but the thing is about being alien, because I admit to being one too. Lots of people think I am, so I might as well just confess now. I see through people, and it's really irritating because I know they're lying. I know they're lying, and I usually just wait until they hang themselves. Mm-hmm. But, like I'm sitting there going, I know you're lying, and I'm not going to confront you. I'm just going to nod and say, that's nice, instead of, you know what? Because I'm a polite goddess. Well, at least I've learned to be more polite. Sometimes I can be really blunt as an axe. But anyway, here's Steve's song,
Living Book. What's been written and spoken has been misheard and misread. When you try to help and love and show, they only hurt your head. Should I say I was loyal? Should I say I was true? Would you tell me something different? Will I ever see through you? I am a living book. Read me. So are you. Take a look, and I'll read you too. I am a living book. Read me. So are you. Take a look. I am transparent, but no ghost. I am no angel, no demon, just your host. Can you answer my questions? Can you hazard a guess? If I told you that I loved you, would it leave you in a mess? I am a living book. Read me. So are you. Take a look, and I'll read you too. I am a living book. Read me. So are you. Take a look, and I'll read you too. We put on smiles and social graces, never mind our changing faces. We put on smiles and social graces, never mind our changing faces, changing faces, social graces. I am a living book. Read me. So are you. Take a look, and I'll read you too. I am a living book. Read me. So are you. Take a look. I'll read you too. I'll read you too. I'll read you too.
Oh, that was a good one, Steve. And you were
Thank you, Jeanne.
You were talking about truth. So I have a song called Truth Only, Please. I usually sing this at the beginning of my shows, just so people can learn a little bit more about me. I'm deep, eh? I think you're finding that out. Well, I ain't no sheep, maybe a black one. I ain't no man upon your floor. And if you think that you can play me I'll be seeing you to the dawn. Truth only, please. Did you see my sign? Truth only, please. They were all aligned. Truth only, please. Did you see my sign? Truth only, please. They were all aligned. Well, I ain't the center of your universe, but I may be the spark that lights your fire. And when you meet me in the middle, I just might take you a little higher. Truth only, please. Did you see my sign? Truth only, please. They were all aligned. Truth only, please. Did you see my sign? Truth only, please. They were all aligned. Well, I ain't no ground for you to walk on, but I may be the peasant at your feet. And when you look deep in my eyes, there might be someone there to meet. Truth only, please. Did you see my sign? Truth only, please. Them are all aligned. Truth only, please. Did you see my sign? Truth only, please. Them are all aligned. Well, I ain't no sheep, maybe a rainbow one. I might be the most colorful you will find. And if you choose to hang with me, I can tell you stories that will blow your mind. Truth only, please. Did you see my sign? Truth only, please. They were all alive. Truth only, please. Did you see my sign? Truth only, please. They were all alive. Well, I ain't no sheep. You know what, Steve? I think we're going to leave it at that because, fun fact, I found out, because I took Latin in high school, Ovid means sheep in Latin. And Corona not only means a beer, it means crown. So you might want to put those two together, like crown, sheep. Yeah, that's all I'll say about that. Okay, for my next song, I think I'd like to dedicate this to Dolores Mary Irene O'Riordan of the Cranberries. She was a friend of mine for 7 years, and she not only left a hole in the world, but she left a hole in my heart. So I actually wrote an album for her. In 2019, I was planning on touring it in 2020, but then Ovid broke out. And I decided not to travel. Yes. So, and that's all I'll say about that. But anyway, this song is called Angel Friend, and it's not, just for her. It's for everyone who has lost a loved one. I personally just came through my 69th spin around the sun, and I've been busy for the last 3 days writing the story of all the messages that I got from Spirit. If you can imagine a machine gun going off, that's how I felt. Like they were just like every day, just bang, 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 2 days before my birthday. And then on my birthday, Steve and I went to the beach because I'm a fish and I insisted. And so we went to the beach, and that was a whole bunch of other messages. So I am writing them down. I will post them on the number, Jeannie, but just wait till you hear or see what Dolores sent to me. It's like unbelievable for most people, but I just laughed because it's so her. Okay, so this song is called Angel Friend. Oh, angel friend, I'll see this to the end, angel friend, to the end, angel friend. You know what? That line about me making the promise way back then. So that was, back in 2020. And as it turned out, I didn't get to go to Ireland until last year. So, it took me a long time, to get to Ireland. But the story about the promise is a true one. And the night that Dolores died, the day that she died, January 15th, 2018, she's very alive in spirit. She's just correcting me right now. I didn't die. I left the planet. Anyway, she was in a really dark spot. She was beating herself up. When somebody transitions to the other side, what happens is, it's sort of like when we go through a change, Steve. Like, some big thing happens and we're going, and you're trying to process it. Well, that's what she was doing. She was processing, and she was like, oh my God, I'm dead. How did that happen? And, all of that stuff. And she was fretting about it. So Spirit always knows. This is in my book about it that will be coming out, but Spirit always knows where you are. So they had actually pre-booked for me to do a talk that night, the night that she died. And all my friends were saying, Jeanne, you can't go. You're a mess. Look at you. You look like a burn victim. And I'm going, no, I have to go. And they're like, why? And I said, well, one, because I said I'd be there. And I don't like missing a gig unless I'm in the hospital or something. And I don't go there unless my throat's slit, because every time I have, they tried to kill me. But that's another story. But anyway, I went because I knew that I needed help. That little Virgo friend of mine was really stubborn, and she was beating herself up. So I went there and I told everybody, and they were all energy workers like me, psychic people, and like all of that stuff. And so I asked them if I could lead them in a meditation and prayer to beg her to go to the light. Okay? And I didn't know whether she would, but I just knew if I had more people praying that maybe we could budge her. So anyway, I get off stage, and anyway, I knew she hadn't gone, but I didn't say anything to anybody. I just got a coffee and that. But at that point, there was another medium that came to me, and she said, Jeanne, I have a message for you from Dolores. And I'm like, oh, bring it, bring it, bring it. And she says, well, she's showing herself. She's really on the dark side of the road, but she's on some train tracks, and she's on the dark side. And, she's beating herself up, but she's saying to you, she's really upset because she doesn't want you to think that she took her life. And I said, yeah, I know she didn't. I already know that, but thank you very much. Even though the media kept it out for a year, we had to wait for a year. But I knew, because we'd had several conversations about that. And she knew what the repercussions were of that. And I'm not going to go into that right now. But she said, tell Jeanne that I'm looking for the light. And when I find it, I will help her with the train. Now, this chick didn't know anything about the peace train, okay? But Dolores did. And there's a huge backstory about that I'm not going to mention now. But that happened the night that Dolores tell her that I will help her with the train. And apparently she's driving it now. And that's all I'll say for that. Over to Steve Andrews, the Bard of Ely. He's got 2 more for you. Keep the comments and the love coming. Let's see who's on here. I'm curious. I need to know. Jocelyn. Hello, Jocelyn. We've got Jocelyn Burford online, Steve.
Hello, Jocelyn.
Another beautiful guitar player, singer, songwriter.
And hello, anybody else that's there. And thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
And I'm back to do. Well, I've never really gone away because I've just been sitting here. But you know what I mean. I'm back to do some songs now. So.
What's next?
What's next? Yeah, good question. Actually, what's next is...
He usually says that to me.
What's next is a song that I always do. So I'm nothing different. I'm doing it again. But having said that, every time I do a song, it is slightly different. There is never can I perform a song so it is identical to the last time. And I think that is part of the art of being like a live performer, is that you were playing the song as it is in the now, and the now, every now is different to the last now, and at the same time it's all now. So think about that. Anyway.
Yeah, and the other thing is if you forget a line, you can just make one up, right, Joss?
That's right. Yeah, and nobody knows apart from you, because the audience doesn't know, because they're just listening, and they think, and like, even if you make a mistake, right, like only you would actually know that.
Yeah, what you do is you keep on playing, because then if you stopped and went, oh, I made a mistake, then that wouldn't be good, right, Jocelyn?
Yeah, that would blow your whole thing
Cover.
there, because people would, oh, look, they can't play, they don't even know their songs properly, so yeah, that's right, you just keep going.
You just keep going, like the Energizer Bunny.
And anyway, so I'm going to keep going now with a song called A Real Love and Communication. And so, as I say, this version of A Real Love and Communication is different to every other version of A Real Love and Communication I've ever done. And, you see, now I can see, like, Jeanne is picking up a percussion instrument here. And so obviously it's going to be different, because the last time, I wasn't doing it with somebody playing a percussion instrument, but now there is. And that's the thing that I really like about playing live, is because if I'm playing live, you, the audience, can join in with doing something. And if I've got like a fellow performer with me, which I've got now because Jeanne is here, they may feel inspired to do something as well. So the song becomes not just me doing my thing with my song, it becomes a song which is shared with everybody. And I think that's how music should be.
Yeah, and I don't think I'll ever be the same after visiting Portugal.
Well, I think you're probably right.
I don't think you will be either.
And I probably won't be either. And actually, if I really think about it, like every second, really is different to the last second, and like so, everything is changing all the time, right? I mean, you can see this like dramatically with the seasons. You go from winter to spring and to summer to autumn and all, and you can see that. But there's all sorts of changes going on all the time. And we're changing all the time.
Yeah, sometimes I have 4 or 5 seasons in 3 minutes. You've seen it happen.
And anyway, so here's the song, A Real Love and Communication. Too much hate in the world, too much pain in the world, too much violence in the world, too much poverty in the world, too much greed in the world, too much loneliness in the world. We all need a real love and communication. Yes, we do. We all need a real love and communication. Too many tears in the world, too many fears in the world, too many racketeers in the world. Too much crime in the world, too many doing time in the world, too much slavery, not enough bravery in the world. We all need a real love and communication. Yes, we do. We all need a real love and communication. There's too many lies in the world, too many that die in the world, too many questions why in the world. There's too many guns in the world, too
Bard of Ely.
Thank you, Jeanne. That was a real love and communication. So what am I doing next? Or am I doing anything next?
Yeah,
I am.
How many songs did you just do?
Oh, only just
Are
one.
we having a
I
senior
just did
moment?
a real love and communication.
We might have a senior moment.
So I'm actually
doing another one.
I'm doing another one.
I'm turning the heat off because I just had a power surge.
This is one that I always do as well. No difference here. Well, actually, there is a difference because, as I just said, there is always a difference, a slight difference in every time I perform something. And there's always a difference anyway. With every second, there's a difference to the last second. But this song, I regard this as probably my most important song because it's about plastic pollution. Yeah, something that we all know about. Well, I've been, speaking out about it for some years now. I felt kind of motivated to write this song because it seemed to me that nobody else was writing songs about plastic pollution. And I'm a Neil Young fan. I love Neil's music. And Neil's always been a protest singer. And I thought, well, maybe Neil Young will write a song about plastic pollution. And I waited, but he didn't. And I didn't hear anybody else singing about plastic pollution. So I thought, okay, it's over to me. Steve, you better get with it. Write a song about plastic pollution. So this is it. It's called Where Does All the Plastic Go? Plastic plants, what about real plants? I saw the fake ones at the store. People must want them. People must buy them. I don't want to see any more. Where does all the plastic go? Into the sea, into the sea. How does it get there? Who threw it away? Was it you? Was it me? It's not hunting that'll kill the last whale. Plastic will do it, it's a very sad tale. And all the albatrosses are dying out too. They keep on fishing in the oceans. Plastic stew. Where does all the plastic go? Into the sea, into the sea. How does it get there? Who threw it away? Was it you? Was it me? The plastic bag I bought, it very quickly broke. If it ever gets burned, there'll be poisonous smoke. Where does all the plastic go? Into the sea, into the sea. How does it get there? Who threw it away? Was it you? Was it me? Now plastic kills the turtles. It's eaten by the fish. Plastic's in the food chain and the dinner on your dish. Where does all the plastic go? Into the sea, into the sea. How does it get there? Who threw it away? Was it you? Was it me? Was it you? Was it me? Was it you? Or was it me?
It wasn't me because we were picking it up yesterday.
We
all
were
day.
We were indeed. We were out in the woods picking up the plastic and picking up the glass and the metal and the paper and the cardboard and all that rubbish that was thrown in the woods. So yes, so that plastic didn't go into the sea, but a lot of it does, because every time it rains and it goes down the drains, and that rhymes. Every time it rains, it goes down the drains and it goes from the drain into the river. And where does the river go? Into the sea. So all that plastic can go to the sea. And there's a whole lot of plastic all the time going down the drains, into the rivers, into the sea. And even tiny, tiny plastic that people don't even realize. Because like every time there's a car or a lorry drives down the road, the tires have got plastic in them. And the tiny little dust, microscopic plastic, nanoplastic they call it, is wearing off the tire. It goes on the road. Some of it goes in the air. So you can breathe it in, and it's blown about in the sky. But those bits of it that don't go in the air, that go on the road, when it rains, where does it go? It goes down the drains. When it rains, it goes down the drains. And that tiny, tiny plastic ends up in the river, in the sea. So it's just going on all the time. And so like my answer to it is if we can reduce. I'm not saying we can get rid of it because we can't. I can't expect anybody to say, let's stop using plastic. We can't do it. But what we can do is we can reduce our usage of plastic, and we can get rid of the plastic we've got responsibly if we can. Or we can reuse the plastic. And we can refuse the plastic. You know, when we go to the shop and they want to give us a plastic bag, we can say no thank you and bring our own bag, yeah? So there's lots of things we
pretty
can do.
soon we'll have Peace Train canvas tote bags. Isn't that amazing?
See, what about that then? You'll be able to get, you know, your own Peace Train tote bag, yeah? And you can put your shopping in that, and so you don't have to take a plastic bag from the shop. So that's one thing. And it's something that I always say. I say, everybody can do something. Whatever we can do, let's do it. That's how I look at it. Like, we can all take action in some way with plastic pollution, with so many other things. All the problems of the world, I say, are all the problems of the world, because everywhere on the world has got the same problems, right? And so everybody, everywhere can do something. That's what I think.
And what I think is right, the same as you, I agree with you. I just have taken the word problem out of my vocabulary and made it into a challenge, because that means I can get a stick of dynamite and I can blast my way around it. But speaking of plastic, I just have another little pet peeve about the plastic, and it's something that you guys might not know. Okay. All right. We all know about those blue hospital masks, hey? Right? They're made of microfiber, as you said, Steve, plastic. Okay. So every time you put those things on, if you're going to wear a mask, maybe you need to get a cotton one, and have it so that you can breathe. Because every time you breathe with one of those blue masks on, they have found now that there's plastic particles in people's lungs because of wearing the mask. And personally, I don't wear one unless I don't want one of my friends to get in trouble, during COVID, because I lived in a small town and they were all, just merchants. And so I would wear it to go in and take it out. But who wants their breath blowing back in their face, people? Not me. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. You might think he stepped in a piece of dog doo-doo or something like that, or maybe you put a few too many cloves of garlic in your food the night before. So this is a song called Taking the Show on the Road, because that's what we're doing. Well, I don't have any kids, but I know I have the cold. Don't have any kids since I shed my heavy load, 'cause I wished upon a star, and she's never very far. Well, I don't have any car, but I know I'll travel far. I don't have any car, but I know I'll travel far, 'cause I wish upon a star, and she's never very far. Well, I don't have any land, I just serve it and it's grand. I don't have any land, I just serve it and it's grand, 'cause I wish upon a star, and she's never very far. Well, I didn't ask for fame when I got on this train. I asked for peace for all the world. I asked for that she's driving. She drives really fast. She's got a heavy foot, that Dolores Mary. Anyway, that's that. I think I've done 2, haven't I? No, I've only done 1. Okay, well, we'll do this one. It's called In the Now. Do you want to get the percussion out there, Mr. Steve?
Yes, okay.
Just go easy on her. She's sensitive, you know. She's one of those most hypersensitive women you only hear about in the history books. Big love out to my boys, the Weber brothers. That's my drum. I packed her in the bottom of my suitcase, and then I packed all my funky hats inside.
There's a funky hat. Look at this funky hat.
I made it.
Is that funky or what?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Tammy J. Wild almost got that one, but then I met Steve, and I thought, okay, if any man could rock that hat, it would be Steve. So there you go. We got beads and everything. This song is called In the Now. On percussion. I think he likes my drum. All right. The Bard of Ely is singing another song, I think. I think he is.
I am. But I'm also going to do something else. I'm going to do something that I haven't done in our live concert so far. I'm going to read a poem. What about that?
I think that's a good idea.
Something
Now
a little bit
show us
different.
the front cover of that.
I will indeed. I will show you the front cover. There's the front cover. Okay. And it says on the front cover, Animal Matters. It says, includes poems by Spike Milligan, Lindsay DePaul, James Stracker, and Desmond Tarrant. Now, I don't know who the last two are, but Spike Milligan, I think, probably many of you will know who Spike Milligan was, the comedian, and Lindsay DePaul, the pop singer. So I'm in very good company here in this book, Animal Matters.
He worms his way right into people's arms, books, hearts. I don't know, you gotta watch those quiet ones.
And the book, because Spike Milligan and Lindsay DePaul were people who were very concerned about animals, that they loved animals. And so this book is all about animals, which is why it's called Animal Matters. Anyway, my poem is called Death of the Frog Buddhas. And so, yes, I'm very concerned about amphibians like frogs. I love amphibians. And I'm actually a member of Save the Frogs. So that's one worth Googling. I'm encouraging people to Google Save the Frogs because it's an amphibian conservation society, conservation charity. And it's worldwide, and I'm in it. And it's not only saving the frogs, it's saving the toads and saving the newts and the salamanders and all the amphibian creatures.
Did you know what the symbolism of the frog is, like in nature, like in metaphysics? It means when you see a frog, it means that you need to cleanse something. Like it's a great cleanser. Frog is a cleanser, so it means, you need to cleanse your heart, your mind, your space, your body, whatever. So isn't that appropriate, Steve?
That is, I think that would be fantastic advice, to be cleansing things and cleansing the planet. This is what we were talking about with the plastic pollution. If we can clean up that plastic pollution, if we can clean up the glass and the metal and all the other rubbish that's thrown. And like how I think of it is, it's like I think of nature, the countryside, is the face of the mother. It's the face of Mother Earth, right? And people are throwing rubbish all over our mother's face. Well, I mean, what can I say? But anyway, this particular poem is called Death of the Frog Buddhas. And I give them a shout out for Save the Frogs. So here we are, the Death of the Frog Buddhas. Fat frogs always remind me of Buddhas. I watch them float and croak serenely under the moon and stars. Little kids on this estate catch them, kill them, mutilate their bodies. They cut out the eyes of these holy ones. But fat frogs always remind me of Buddhas. I watch them float and croak serenely under the moon and stars. Educated and well-respected grown-ups catch them, kill them, cut them up in the name of science, experiment on them, still alive, in gruesome laboratories. Fat frogs always remind me of Buddhas. I watch them float and croak serenely under the moon and stars. Greedy men and gourmets. Catch them, kill them, rip off their legs, devour them in culinary delights, sell them to the rich and the pampered. Fat frogs speak with primeval croak, timeless wisdom in their jewels. The bodhisattvas smile.
Beautiful, Steve.
Thank you, Jeannie. So that was The Death of the Frog Buddhas from Animal Matters. So I hope you enjoyed that poem. And now I will do a song. And
Remember, we're going to put our tip jar out, people. We ain't Rocker Feline and we're Rocker Man yet. But we're working on it.
And yes, that's right. And this song, I was just thinking, because I go from one thing to another, I connect things up very easily. And I was just connecting this. I was just talking about frogs, and I'm talking about, or I'm going to be singing about, a bird, the kingfisher. And a kingfisher, of course, will eat frogs, and it'll eat fish, and it's a bird that thrives on what it finds in the water. And this is a song called Kingfisher, and I know people like this song, Kingfisher, and I've done it before.
I do.
And I've got stories about Kingfisher. So I'll give you maybe one story about Kingfisher, and that's enough. I was once walking in Cardiff town centre, which is where I'm from originally. And I'm walking through town, and there's a road which we call Chip Alley because it's got fish and chip shops, takeaways. It sells all that kind of stuff. And there's a whole lot of them in this particular street. It's Caroline Street, Chip Alley. I'm walking down Chip Alley, and I can hear Kingfisher blasting out over the street. And I'm thinking, oh, wow, that's my song. That's my Kingfisher. I'm singing that. Oh, fantastic. I've really made it now. But in reality, what was happening was it was being played on Red Dragon Radio. And actually, that brings me to something else. But Red Dragon Radio, a friend of mine, Steve Johnson, was playing it on his show, Red Dragon Radio, and it was being played from a chip shop in Caroline Street, Chip Alley. So that was a great moment in time. But coming back to Red Dragon, because I just thought of this. This is how fast my mind connects things, joining the dots, as they say. Today in Wales, which is where I'm from, it is St. David's Day. And the emblem of Wales is the red dragon. And so if you were in Wales today, you could have been flying the Welsh flag with the red dragon. And that's, as I just said, Red Dragon Radio. And in Welsh, a draig goch, the red dragon. But now, after all of that preamble, back to Kingfisher.
I think I was burned as a witch in Wales in the last lifetime for being a healer.
There you are. Kingfisher. Kingfisher's green, Kingfisher's blue. He's so lovely, but I love you. I'll be your Kingfisher. Yes, I will. I'll be your Kingfisher, babe. Kingfisher's blue, Kingfisher's green. Just about the best bird that I've ever seen. I'll be your Kingfisher. Yes, I will. I'll be your Kingfisher, babe. Just like him, let's dive in deep. No one around here can get much sleep. It's all too much. I'll be your Kingfisher, babe. Oh, alright, da da da, dee dee dee. I am the scat man. Here's me, I'll be your Kingfisher. Yes, I will. I'll be your Kingfisher, babe. Queen of the summer, Queen of the May. Be my queen of every day. I'll be your Kingfisher. Yes, I will. I'll be your Kingfisher, babe. One time in the blue and one time in the green. Just about the best time that I've ever seen with you. I'll be your Kingfisher, babe. Oh, alright, da da da, dee 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 dee. I am the scat man. Here's me, I'll be your
Fisher. For the next time. Love that song. Steve Andrews, the Bard of Ely, here on the Peace Train, because you know what? The Peace Train is not just about me. It is a musical collective. And we actually have one of Steve Andrews and Brute Force's songs called We Can Sing Together on our YouTube channel. So if you'd like to visit our YouTube channel, we're begging for subscribers. But anyway, it's Jeanne L. Thompson and the Peace Train, out of deference for Cat Stevens, who I had a beer with once in the old Grenadier Hotel. If Jocelyn's still on, I don't know if she remembers that one or not. But yeah. Okay. This is a song I've sang before, but because it's so close to my February 26th birthday, same day as Johnny Cash, Fats Domino, and Buzz Thompson. He was my twin flame. You know, sometimes twins don't end up being together forever. They are there to heal each other, to help each other. And Buzz came to me at a time when it was imperative that I enjoy my birthday again, because my first husband took his life the day after my birthday, so I friggin' hated my birthday. And so I walked into a bar one night, and he was singing a song. It's an old song called Wildflower. And it was written by a street cop who had witnessed a murder of a young girl, and it was about her. And the song just totally resonated with me. So this song is sort of about that, but it's also a true story. And it's called Rock Your Gypsy Soul. I met you in a bar one night, mama on my mind. I was looking for the music then, and found more than I thought I'd find. Well, you thought I was stepping on your toes, blinding you with light. All I ever wanted was to dance with you all night. 'Cause you rock my gypsy soul. Yeah, you rock my gypsy soul. Yeah, you rock my gypsy soul. 'Cause you rock my gypsy soul. Well, I saw you sing a song one night up there on the stage about a girl named Wildflower, spoke of love and rage. Sometimes love, it feels like hate, hate, it feels like love. My message clear, I love you dear, I hear you from above. 'Cause you rock my gypsy soul. Yeah, you rock my gypsy soul. 'Cause you rock my gypsy soul. Yeah, you rock my gypsy soul. Well, I don't know where you are right now, doesn't matter anyway. I know you're here to help me, dear, to help me on the way. 'Cause I rocked your gypsy soul. Yeah, I rocked your gypsy soul. 'Cause I rocked your gypsy soul. Yeah, I rocked your gypsy soul. And fun fact about that whole thing, okay, on February 26th, we went to the ocean, and I will write a story. I am writing the story about this, but Buzz sent me a message, and I couldn't make this stuff up if I tried. So I'm standing there, I've got my guitar on my back, and I want to get my feet in the ocean. So I'm standing there waiting, and Steve is saying, well, just brace yourself because the water is cold. It's still the Atlantic. And I said, yeah, okay. And so I'm doing it. And so I'm there and I'm waiting for a wave to come. Well, the wave came, guys, but guess what else came with it? Buzz was nicknamed by his mother Buzz because he used to buzz around her as a kid, and so she called him Baby Buzz. Everybody always thought because he smoked the ganja, but no, it was because he was busy, okay? Anyway, a bumblebee, I haven't seen one since I've been in Portugal, washes up on the beach at my feet on our birthday. What are the chances of that? The bumblebee was still alive. He was pissed off and he was wet. And so, I'm still helping him from the other side, like I had to move him, a little bit so he wouldn't, drown again. But he made that bumblebee, I swear to God, jump at my feet. But I analyze everything, people. So I'm in my head. Steve and I are walking up the stairs and I'm not saying anything to him, but in my head I'm going, was that really you? Like, really? Like, you're just too friggin' funny. And all of a sudden, a white van goes by, right, Steve? It was white. And white is from spirit. White means, anything white means that it's sent from spirit. And there's no writing on it except for a great big honking bumblebee. And Steve saw it too. So, there you go. The dead people are so funny. I find them very funny. Speaking of dead people, this is a message I got from Dolores O'Riordan after posthumous. She wants to shout this out to everyone, and it's called Only My Bones. Only my bones are laid to rest, my dust as long since past. Only my bones will stand the test, but my soul and spirit last. Bones of death are white and pure, pain of love will find the cure. Bones of death are white and pure, but the pain of love will find the cure. Only my bones are laying there, flowers all around. Come to you with the love that's true, I am both safe and sound. Only my bones are laid to rest, like dust as long since past. Only my bones will stand the test, but my soul and spirit last. Bones of death are white and pure, pain of love will find the cure. Bones of death are white and pure, but the pain of love will find the cure. Only my bones are laying there, flowers all around. I come to you with the love that's true, I am both safe and sound. Only my bones are laid to rest, my dust is long since past. Only my bones, people. That's all they are. Only my bones. But here's another teaching that some people have learned the hard way. Okay, I don't know if you've organized too many funerals, but, I have enough on the other side for a wine and cheese party. So when you go to the funeral home, okay, you're vulnerable. And, like they act like, some of them act like they're selling you a hot point or something, and you're looking for a casket. Anyway, I got taken for thousands and thousands of dollars, and I don't care. But, it's just, it all turns to bones and it all turns to ashes. But one thing you don't do, people. Now they've got those things. I don't know if you've seen the ads on Facebook, but they've got those hearts. And guess what? You can put ashes of a dead person on your heart chakra. Now, think about this, people. On your heart chakra, you are placing death on your heart chakra. Now, I'm not going to mention any names, but I know for a fact that somebody I know, somebody's very close to me, asked the mother of his friend if he could have some ashes from his friend's body. Now, his friend had suicided. Okay, so you can imagine what kind of energy those ashes had. And he put them around his neck. Yeah? 32 years old, 2 kids. I don't think I've ever told you this story, Steve. 32 years old, 2 kids. He's doing the dishes after supper. And guess what? He has a heart attack. Yeah. And he died. So think about it before you bring death into your house, because they don't shut up and you won't sleep. And you put death around your neck. Okay? It's okay to honor the dead, but honor yourself first, because they want you to be happy. They don't want you, like, I'm not giving up my heart when I'm gone as a body part. Nobody wants my heart. Trust me. They don't want to know what I've been through. So I'll do them a friggin' favor and keep my heart. Thank you very much. So that's all I have to say about that. We're probably going to do 2 more each, and then we're going to sign off for the night. But I hope you've enjoyed the show, and we'll be back with more probably next week. Yeah, but here's Steve Andrews, again, the Bard of Ely. What are you going to do now, Steve?
Well, I'm going to read another poem. Because I did
you want
one,
to.
and because and this is from a book from America. There it is, and this is quite a prestigious poetry anthology, if I say so myself. Contemporary Poetry, Volume 4, and the poem that I've got in it, which I'm going to find now, is called "The Ears of the Night." The ears of the night are mine, the dogs in the distance. What rouses their darkness? What disrupts our peace? The ears of the night are mine, hoping for the company of an owl. But the night birds have been poisoned, long gone from dark skies. The ears of the night are mine, listening for the sound of your breathing, hearing only my own, a low rumbling, and the closing of a door. The eyes of the dawn are mine. With the light comes visions of flooding, the sun on the waters of our destruction. Both God and man had lied.
Lovely.
So, thank you. That was The Ears of the Night from this anthology. So that's the poetry out of the way from me for this evening.
Steve has quite an impressive array of books. You know, jump on, friend him, get on Steve Andrews. You know, he has an awful lot of books.
Yeah. Speaking of books, this is a book of mine, and it's also my kind of cue for me to bring this book out, because, as you can see, it's about the magic of butterflies and moths, which is, in a way, is much the same as the magic of frogs, because the frog, it changes from the frog spawn into the tadpole, and then into the little frog. Transformation, magic. And the butterfly changes from egg into a caterpillar, into chrysalis, into butterfly. And so I talk about all of that in my book. And not only that, but you see, I'm kind of mixing mixing, you know, being an author and writing books with being a singer-songwriter, because the song I did earlier, like Where Does All the Plastic Go, the lyrics and the story of that are in another book of mine, which is called Saving Mother Ocean. But in this book, Butterflies, right, if I if I can find the page. Yeah, here we are. Now, I don't know if you can read that, but basically it's got the lyrics for a song called Butterfly in My Beard. And that's the song that I'm about to do now. So, there's my book.
I got it. I got
Jeannie's
all
got
of
it.
his books for my birthday. And, you know, if you want to order one of his books, where can they order, Steve?
Very easily, if you just Google Steve Andrews and you know, Google my books, Google Moon Books, that's the publisher, Moon Books and Steve Andrews, you will find my books. And my books are available more or less worldwide because Moon Books has got distribution in America and Europe and the UK.
It's a good publishing company for you, and I'm considering it too because we're both lunatics. And it's a full moon.
Yeah, we have a connection to the moon.
On the 3rd. Well, did you know Pisces rules the moon? Just saying. I'm going to go out and tune my guitar while you play.
I got something to say about that because, you know, we're talking about like connections and things. And Jeannie was talking earlier about sheep and also about being a Piscean. Well, I'm in between because I was born on the cusp of Pisces and Aries. So I got the fish, the understanding of the Piscean, the fish, but also of the ram, which is the male sheep, which is the leader. Yeah, so that's the Aries.
So you're not a sheep.
I'm not a sheep. I'm a ram. I was born on the first of Aries, the 21st of March, which is coming up this month.
Yeah, we're doing something very special on the 21st because it is the spring equinox.
It is indeed.
We are traveling to the equivalent of Stonehenge, which is a beautiful circle, and we are going to be doing prayers for peace. Because another thing about Steve, can I rat on it?
Yeah, of course.
He's also a druid. And if you don't know what that is, look it up. You like my vest? I made it. Okay, I'm going outside to tune my guitar.
Okay.
I promise I won't be as long as you were last time. And you can sing Butterfly in My Beard.
Well, while Jeannie is going outside to tune her guitar, I'm going to be entertaining you with this song, Butterfly in My Beard. As you can see, I have a butterfly in my beard, not a real one, but I do have real ones here. Not right now, but I've actually got, I think, 9 chrysalises up in my kitchen in a cupboard of the swallowtail butterfly. This is the monarch butterfly. But back to the song, Butterfly in My Beard, right. In the second verse, I actually sing, they called me the Bugman in the news one time. And this is why. I'm going to show you. You can see there the press cutting. And this is from the South Wales Echo, okay, which is a paper from Cardiff, South Wales. And it says, this is what it says. It says, catch the bug. Special world of insects for Steve. Bugman, Steve Andrews, loves coming eye to eye with the insect world. So there you are, you see, that they really did call me that. And you can see on my head a Madagascan hissing cockroach. Now, you may be wondering about that, but I used to keep a lot of creepy crawlies. I used to keep amphibians. I had fire-bellied toads and axolotls, and I had stick insects, and I had Madagascan hissing cockroaches. So when this guy came from the South Wales Echo, came up to my house to do like a report on me, he said, can you put one of those cockroaches on your head? So yeah, sure, because, you know, I like to, you know, collaborate with the photographer because they're going to be like taking a picture of me. So they want a cockroach on my head it is. But then that feeds into my song because my song is based on real events. So I sing, a cockroach on my head got plenty of views. So that's what that's about. But then, not only that, I've told you a bit about the song, but I've got to tell you what, in the last verse, what I mean by when I say, make a butterfly. Because in the last verse, I sing, make a butterfly and fly with me, say yeah. Now, say yeah, everybody knows what that means. Everybody can say yeah, no problem with that. But make a butterfly? Well, what does he mean by that? You know, does he mean we got to get some paper out or something and start, making a model? No, I don't mean that. What I mean is something really simple that everybody can do, which is put your hands together like that, cross your thumbs like that to make the antennae, the feelers, and then flap your hands, your palms like this as the wings for the butterflies. This is how you make a butterfly. And now what I'm hoping is that, like, all of you out there can all put your hands together and make butterflies. So we can all make butterflies together and we can all say yeah, So let's do this song together. Make a butterfly. And it's in my book, The Magic of Butterflies and Moths. So here we go. I had a butterfly in my beard, oh yeah, oh yeah. I had a butterfly in my beard, oh yeah, oh yeah. I had a butterfly in my beard, it looked very strange, it looked very weird. I had a butterfly in my beard, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. They called me the bug man in the news one time. They called me the bug man in the news one time. They called me the bug man in the news. A hissing cockroach on my head, it got plenty of views. They called me the bug man in the news one time. And now we're coming to the butterfly making verse. And you all know how to make butterflies now. And you can see Jeannie behind me is already making a butterfly. She's putting her hands together and crossing her thumbs and making a butterfly. And in this verse I also ask you to say yeah. Now that's really easy. Anybody can say yeah. But now we're going to do it. So put your hands together to make butterflies and say yeah when I say yeah. And come on. Oh, make a butterfly and fly with me. Say yeah. Yeah. Make a butterfly and fly with me. Say yeah. Say yeah.
Yeah.
Make a butterfly and fly with me. Go anywhere at all. Be really, really free. Make a butterfly and fly with me. Say yeah. Say yeah. Well, we're going to do it one more time because you all know how to make butterflies now and you already knew how to say yeah. But it's going to be like really good. It's going to be power to the people because we've all got the power if we put our power together and we all do things together and we're all doing this song now, making butterflies together by putting our hands together and doing it. Well, I'm not because I'm playing the song, but you get the meaning, you understand what I'm talking about. We're going to be making butterflies together and we're going to be finishing the song with this butterfly making. So make a butterfly and fly with me. Say yeah. Say yeah. Make a butterfly and fly with me. Say yeah. Say yeah. Make a butterfly and fly with me. Go anywhere at all. Be really, really free. Make a butterfly and fly with me. Say
you met a real live butterfly, because I am. I am.
Say yeah.
I don't know about the cockroach on my
Cockroach on my head.
though. I don't think I'd do that. I heard they're good breaded in a pinch. There you go.
Thank you, Chick.
But Steve wouldn't eat them because he's vegan. Okay, what are we gonna do here? Here, you can take that. I'll take this seat for now. Hi, guys. Thanks so much for, I gotta see who else. Oh, there's my darling Tina. Hello, hello, hello. I'm gonna sing this song. It's called Driving. Jane. Thank you so much, Steve Anders. Oh man, he's got the rhythm, eh? That's the first time he's danced in front of me. I heard he almost got busted one time for doing that, but we won't tell that story. Anyway, okay, what am I going to sing for the last one? Well, I think I'll sing one for the Peace Train, because I wrote this, but one of the dead people gave me the line. I'll tell you the line in a minute. But anyway, that was Dolores Mary. She did have a great sense of humor. But this is a little takeoff on the old Sam Cooke song, People Get Ready. There's a train a-coming. Well, the train is here, and people, we have buttons. You remember 60s and 70s when you had all those buttons? Well, now we have the buttons. And this artwork, I kind of drew it all out. Yeah, Steve's got them too. Yeah. We've converted half of Portugal here. But anyway, the original artwork, I sort of drew it out what I'd like, and I sent it to my friend Ginny Marie, who's an incredible artist, and she's got a lot of stuff for sale. You should check out her page. But anyway, she didn't tell me, but she made this go 3D, and she sent it to me. And I think she wrote Goddess Jeanne. Oh, there's one of my new followers. Hello, I recognize your icon there. You're getting right at the end. But anyway, this says Around the World with the Peace Train. And so this is called People Get Ready, the Train is Here. People get ready, the train is here. People get ready, come very clear. We must choose, we're free to decide. You pick love over hate and pride. People get ready, things are on the move, waiting for you. Get into your groove, waiting for the beat. It's older than time when he picked a berry right off the vine. Wait for it. They turned it into gum, called it juicy fruit, so you wouldn't notice you become mute. People get ready, the train is here. People get ready, come very clear. We must choose, we're free to decide. To pick love over hate and pride. People get ready, things are on the move, waiting for you. Get into your groove, waiting for the beat. It's older than thee when he picked an apple right off the tree. Wait for it. They turned it into wine, called the sacred down, so you wouldn't notice thorns in your crown. People get ready, the train is here. Let's hop on board, nothing to fear. People get ready, the train is here. Let's hop on board, nothing to fear, nothing to fear, nothing to fear, nothing to fear. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And guess what? Fear is the biggest virus of all. That's right. That's why when I get into an Airbnb or a place such as this, the first thing I do is I put a blanket over my smart TV, because my life is a TV, and that's all I have to say about that. Really, really happy to see you all on the live, and you can see the afterplay if you'd like, but we're having a lot of fun pushing each other. We've got Steve Andrews, I don't know where he went.
Here I am.
Greenbeard, right?
Well, I'm having a lot of fun dancing to Jeannie's songs here, as you can probably see.
Yeah, he hasn't danced in front of me before. Like, he just, like, comes up with all... I thought I was God of the Unexpected. Goddess, I mean. But, yeah, I guess I've met my match here. But anyway, we're having a blast here in Portugal, and I'm really glad that I'm not in Canada at the moment, because there's still snow on the ground. And, you know, I had my fill of it just before I left because I didn't get here until February 2nd. But we love you all. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel and the Peace Train. Share it out, please. And we'll put the tip jar in the comments. It's been so much fun. Thank you all. Love to you all. And we'll catch you next week, more than likely, if I can talk them into it. I don't think it'll be too hard, though. Okay, bye for now. Love, love, peace, peace, peace.